What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering how to add custom stages to the new Friday Night Funkin update. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking for how to make weeks and custom songs, and I'm still trying to figure that out, but I thought I'd put out a stage video real quick since that was pretty easy. So first thing you're going to want to do is go into the assets of your normal folder, go into data, stages, and find the main stage. You can copy, go into your mods folder, find your mod. We created this in the last tutorial, how to make custom characters, so go watch that if you haven't already. Go into data, stages, and paste it. Now we're once again going to be using assets from a mod I made. So this in specific is Awesome Town is our stage. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Now this might look a little overwhelming at first, but it's super simple, trust me. So first we have props. These are all the images, so you can create extra ones by just copying one of them and pasting it. The code editor I'm using is Visual Studio Code. You can of course also remove them. Down here you can change the camera zoom, which is how zoomed in the camera will be. You can change the characters, their offsets and camera offsets. And finally the name, which we'll call Awesome Town. Now let's go ahead and bring our image from my mod into Shared, Images, and then you're going to want to create a folder for your stage. Call it whatever, I'll call it Awesome Town. You can also just paste it in here, but that's not very organized. Now, down here, we can do name, and we'll call it just BG, because there's only one background piece. And then for the asset path, it will immediately go to Shared Images. So from there, we can go to Awesome Town, which is the folder we created. And we can do / background. And then obviously you can do this with whatever other backgrounds you have, as many images as you want, and then you can change their position. I'd recommend keeping, if you have like a one central background image, I'd recommend keeping the offset around here, and you can mess around with it later, but it's a good starting point. Now, of course, you can also add animated images. I'm going to use the Spooky Mansion as an example. So you can see here, it has the Halloween background, and down here in the animations, this is where animations are defined. You can see everything has an animation, it's just not scrolled down because I have no animations for my background. Now, as for actually setting the animations, it's pretty simple. For the prefix, that will be what's in your XML. So if you have this little sprite sheet, this little XML, which will open with Visual Studio Code, you'll see you have the Halloween background and the Halloween background with lightning strike. So the prefix on this one is Halloween background, because this is when it's just sitting still, so that would be this image right here. That's what it always looks like. Then there's another animation called Halloween Background Lightning Strike, which is, as you can see here, this little animation here. You can also make it loop, you can give it a name, all that stuff. Now, if your background is just like a simple loop, I do believe you can just do the starting animation as your animation, and if you have it on loop, it should continuously play. But otherwise, you're gonna have to get into a little bit more complicated stuff. Now for creating more complicated animations, you can go ahead and go into Assets, Scripts, Stages, Spooky Mansion we'll use as a template, and then you can go ahead and paste it into your script, stages, call it the same thing as your stage. I don't need to because I'm not animating my stage. But this will get a little complicated. I'm going to try and walk you through it the best I can. For the class name, you're going to want to change this to your stage's name with stage at the end. Your stage's name. Now you have the little lightning strike function here, but assuming you're not just creating the week 2 background again, you don't actually need this. It's interesting to look at though. For example, you can have them play an animation. Once again, right here is not necessary unless you're using like sounds or anything that are just using additional assets not specified in JSON basically. But once again, it's not needed for us. Now we have on beat hit, which will be super useful for a lot of people. So we can remove all this lightning strike code. We can go ahead and say on beat hit. We can do get named prop, your prop's name. So in this case, it's the Halloween background as specified here. And then it plays the animation lightning, which is specified here. And so this is helpful if you have like bopping, like background boppers. So interestingly, if I undo that and look at the lightning code, you can get quite a bit from this. And I think that's a great way to learn Hakes in general, is to look at the code. So you can see if event.b is 4 and the current song is Spookies, then it will run the do lightning strike function, which is something they've specified in the past. We deleted that though, but that basically just means do a lightning strike. So you can use this to make an event happen at like a specific part of your chart. But we're not going to get into any of that today, maybe another day. Let's go ahead and test our stage. Alright, now you're going to want to launch your game, or if you already have it open, press F5 to reload it. You shouldn't have to reload it if you are on version 0.3.2, as I believe they changed that, but I'm not a time traveler, I don't know. So you're going to want to press 6, go into the chart editor, and let's just go ahead and create from a song Bop Bebo. Go into our metadata. The stage can be Awesome Town, or you'll find it wherever in the list alphabetically you put it, I believe. Now if we playtest our chart, here we are. Now, you can see they're kind of below where they're supposed to be standing, so we can go ahead and change that. We can set their position in the actual thing to be like 700 maybe. But also girlfriend's supposed to be off to the side a bit, so we can set that to like 150. So now we just need to press F5. We'll select Boppy Bow, playtest. And you know, there's still some issues, but you can like tweak around with it and everything. And yeah. That's about that. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully, I'll make a video on how to make weeks soon. Anyway, bye guys!